All right, boys, last matchup of week number 7, and that's going to be Moneygang versus Punisher. Always a fun matchup between these two. These boys love to chat it up and like to go back and forth. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Oh, record-wise, 4-2 for Moneygang. He's off to a nice start. And same thing for Punisher, 4-2. So one of these cats is going to go to 5-2. Other one will go down to 4-3. Let's start off with the quarterback battle as we always do, right? Jalen Hurts. I've said it in a couple videos already, but not everybody watches all the videos, obviously. So as long as Saquon Barkley is not going crazy, nuclear, etc., Jalen Hurts is gonna have to throw the ball, man, and that means good things for Jalen Hurts owners, managers, whatever you want to call them, and especially those that have the receiving side. So Jalen Hurts, 300 yards, a couple of touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? 35 points. See that? Correlation right there. Doesn't have to be a push bubble. You can throw the ball and throw touchdowns. Feel me? That's why you're quarterback. 35 points for Jalen Hurts. Fortunately, I'll mention it just because we're talking quarterbacks. Punisher went with Sam Darnold because he doesn't have, Lamar's on a bye, recovering from the hammy, etc. 9 points from Sammy. Unfortunately, they didn't really need too much in that game. They kind of dominated. Texans kind of came back at the end, but like not really. It was more like garbage time. So 9 points for Sammy D. Running backs here. Hey man, look, I'm gonna give him his props. DeAndre Swift has been hooping. Kind of a big part of how the Bears are winning games right now. 25 points for DeAndre Swift. I think he was able to get over 100 again. You know what I'm saying? So, D Swift is doing his thing. If you look at his schedule too, his schedule is lined up so nicely for the next few weeks. So he's he's gonna be doing his thing for a little bit here. On the other side though, Rudy just trying to figure it out at running back while King Henry is on bye. So Rico Dowdle, part of that tandem now with Chuba. 10 points for Rico. He actually does still look like the better back in my opinion. No offense to, Punisher. I know he's going to take it as some way, but it's just what you see on, the film is the film, and what you see out there is that. Rico just looks more explosive. He looks like, he can handle both rushing and the passing work. So yeah. Unfortunately for Moneygang here, he did lose Mike Evans again. Looks like it might be for the rest of the fantasy season at least. Broke his clavicle is what they're saying, so like shoulder and shit. That's terrible. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. He has, I think, like a 10-year streak of 1K receiving. So obviously that's going to end this year, which is unfortunate because he's a baller. But Mikey, salute my boy. You're a Hall of Famer. It doesn't matter. And you got a ring already, so who cares? But anywho, other receivers of note here is Quinn Johnston coming back from the hammy. Was able to get double digits, 10 points. You know what I'm saying? You kind of wish it was more, but double digits, you'll take that. Tight ends here is where, Punisher got the huge advantage with the Fergalicious. 2 touchdowns, I think it was, with him. 18 points. Fergie, even with CD back, the one that looks apparently to take a little bit of the hit there is Pickens. But Fergie is going to be Dak's, one of the guys that Dak is going to look to when they're in the red zone. So he's going to always have this potential to hoop. And that's what he did, 18 points. When we're talking flexes, nothing of note here for, Punisher. But 2 of note for Moneygang. So Moneygang's just getting some performances, man. Michael Pittman, Petty City, doing his thing, man. Doing his thing. Michael, what is he on the year? Let's see what Petty City is on the year. Wide receiver 14. He's a borderline wide receiver 1 on the year. So there you go. Take that. And then Chris Olave. Chris Olave, I know I mentioned a few weeks ago, he looked pretty good, man. I don't know. He was getting a lot of volume. You know what I'm saying? The volume now finally turned up into 2 touchdowns and a breakout performance. 24 points from Chris Olave, the Cuban. Rocks the Cuba decal, the flag on the helmet. So, shout out to Lo Cubano with Chris Olave in the 24. Eddie Pinheiro, half Cuban, half Nika. Yeah, man, you got all those cats. 11 points from him. And then nothing else to note, man. But just overall, the rule that we always talk about, when you're not able to get over 100 points, you're not gonna win a lot of games, and that's kind of what happened here in Punisher's situation with the 95. And Rudy just gets enough, man. Rudy just figuring it out every single week with his roster. I'm just gonna put some dudes out there, and they're gonna hoop for me, and that's kind of what's just happening for Rudy. So 115 to 95. Rudy goes to 5-2, and Jay goes to 4-3. So that wraps up week 7. I'll let Jeff talk about the standings in the previews for week 8. So y'all boys have a good one. Talk soon.